Hello, good evening, and welcome to another Midweek Makings with me, Chris, Gross Models. And today I am going to be starting a different project. I'd like to keep these Wednesdays a bit mixed up and do different things on different days. Well, on the same day, on the Wednesday, but I work through different things. Last week I did some origami badly, but previous weeks I've done different things, done some diamond art and the Metal Earth kits. It's normally something a bit different to the normal plastic modelling. And today I am indeed starting this, which you can't see properly yet in the little picture-in-picture, but soon I shall put it on the bigger screen. This is another kit that my wife bought for me, so it's another one of the wooden kits. So before I go down there, let's have a look. Pascal's here, Ghost Rider, Wendy, anyone else? Steve131. And that seems to be it, apart from me. I'm there as well. But if you're watching and not in the chat, join in the chat, because that's, mainly the point of being here is having the chat working so you can all hang out and talk to each other while I sit here and do stuff. But this is what I'm going to be doing. I noticed the difficulty level's quite high. It's not quite impossible, but it's getting there. It's quite a high level of difficulty. I've just taken the plastic off it. I haven't taken it out of the, well, it's not a box, it's like a slip case thing that it's in. So I haven't done that yet. I shall do that momentarily, and we shall see exactly what it is that I'm going to be doing. It's a 3D mechanical drive model of a wooden globe, apparently. So it looks like we've got some instructions in the back. Oh, let's have a look. There's some tips on the back. We've got to read that first. In order to protect the environment and save the use of wood, the parts and components of the product are not placed completely in the assembly order. Customers need to assemble according to the number on the instruction manual. Small parts should be carefully handled. That makes sense. So to get it all fitting onto the fewest number of sprues, they do it a bit differently. Oh, look, we've got some foam in there as well. Some expanded polystyrene. I wonder why that would... Oh, because... Right, I see why. Look. Half the things aren't as big as it looked like they are. So, right. So we've got... Put it in that order, that makes more sense. We have a candle, obviously for some wax. We've got some small little dowel pins and some sandpaper, which is always nice. I'll get rid of the polystyrene. We don't need that at the moment. We don't need that for now, but I'll keep it because I doubt that I'm going to be finishing this today. This is going to be one of those kits that gets added to the ongoing pile of stuff. Let's have a look. We've got numbers F2, C14, A9. Yeah, I don't know. E1, they're not exactly named each sprue differently, so it's going to take a lot of rummaging around and going for different things. But that's probably the size of it. So we get that. So yeah, it's quite a few parts on this, and more than I was expecting, to be honest. So yeah, let's have a look at the instructions and see just what it involves. We have sprue and glues turned up. Hi Chris and chat. Mayhem's just fallen in as well. Athel's here. It says live now, and Chris has a red t-shirt with Gross on it in case he forgets his name. Yes, this is one of my promotional t-shirts from the Gross merch store. Edward's here, as is Shane. Yeah, so that's everybody. Right, let's have a look. Lots of different languages, none of which I understand. That's a good start. Oh, user guide. You hold a magic mechanic construction kit from Mr. Playwood. It should be built without glue, from parts pressed out of a holders. All you need for the assembly is in the box. Use wax to improve sliding of working parts and ease the coupling of small parts. Assemble according to the guide. To ease the assembly, each construction kit comprises a versatile tool. Use it to press parts out of holders, put sprockets on axes, and measure lengths. Oh, we have a special tool, which it's obviously not going to tell us about until later on in the build. Right. The instructions are tiny. There's lots of them, and it's quite complicated. Right, this is going to be an interesting, fun build. Luckily, it's not the first one that I've done. I've done several of these wooden kits over the last few years, so hopefully it'll be okay. I do have a traditional glass of brandy to keep me going throughout the stream as well. We know when it's time to end the stream, when I run out, basically. So let's get prepared. We're going to need the sandpaper. Don't know that we're going to need the wax immediately. Oh no, we will need it fairly soon. Let me leave the little wooden dowel things in there. How does this? Can't just pull it out because it doesn't want to just pull out. There we go. We can break a bit off and use the bit. That seems to be a plan. There we go. So I've got some wax. I'll put the other bits back in the pot so it's not just leaking all over my bench. Although I will end up with waxy fingers. Right, let's have a look. So we need A3, A5 and A10. And they look like those. There's A2. It's not that. A3. What? It doesn't look like that. Unless it's talking about that. Which still doesn't look like that. Oh, it's the tiny bit in the middle. Okay, that does look like that then. I'll give you that. I was expecting that to be bigger. Mr. Playwood, that sounds ominous, says Shane. It does. The whole instructions sound a bit ominous. They're obviously not using English as a first language. So, yeah, we'll see. Now, these are laser cut, as far as I'm aware. That's the way these things normally are. And they leave a couple of little sort of sprue points, as you can see, where the wood's flaking off here and there. So you have to sort of break it off. Oh, this one's actually breaking the bits that I don't need, so that's okay. I'll put them over there out the way. So, yes, this one is of varying quality. I sand off the extra bits. I don't know what bits are going to turn where or whatever, so yeah, it's mainly cosmetic sanding, just to get rid of the little extra bits of wood that are flashed off of it. But some of it you need to, because it's going to work against each other. Right, I need A5 and A10 as well. So let's just flick through until we find things that look a bit like that. There's A5. And A10 looks like a bigger version of that. So let's just keep going through until I find that, and then worry about sanding both of them. There's 10. Very nice sort of scroll work inside there. That's quite impressive. Hopefully none of it will get broken in the construction. Smash that like button, guys, says Brew and Glue. Yes, absolutely. If you do like my content, do click on the like button. Obviously, I hope you've already subscribed to the channel and are watching along with other streams and videos that I put up. Also, if you can leave a comment when the videos are a video, leave a comment on it. If you like and leave a comment, apparently that helps with the algorithm and it makes the videos available to more people. YouTube sort of publish them and push them more if there's more interactions. So if you'd like to, say, leave a comment, like and subscribe. Look, I've got a thing that says like, subscribe. Yeah, ring the notification bell, as they say as well. Right, let's see. This has got an arrow on it, which is pointing that way. So 5, which is that one, is going in there. Like that. And 10 is going in that one. So far, so good. Looks all right to me. I'll put that over there. Then I'll need 2 and 9. That's 11. 24, 16, none of them. 4. I'm going to need that at some point. 2 and 9. There we go. They're both on here. Mayhem is listening, but working. That's perfectly acceptable. I'm happy that anybody's here at all, let alone if you're only half here, only watching, or only listening, or only watching. It's all perfectly acceptable. I'm more than happy to have anybody being half occupied by my stuff. It's more than I would have expected. So if you've got other things to do, feel free to do them and just have me in the background, or even not, you know. All right, tidy up the sprues. Being careful with that because that's springy because it's only attached one end. There we go. It looks like this is going to be a globe type thing. Obviously, it's not an accurate, highly accurate thing because obviously everyone knows the Earth's flat. So you know, and it looks like it's got a thing to turn it, and it will turn it round, which looks to be quite interesting. So these are going either side. I assume they're the same. I didn't really pay much attention when I took them off. Yeah, they're both the same, and they're going opposite each other. So that was going on there. And that one's going on there. I assume this is the inside of the globe bit. It's just going to sort of fill it up with a nice looking pattern. You need 11 and 4. And then we need 6 on the top in the next stage. So let me get that off there while I see it. Muse might be here, but maybe she isn't. We'll never know. You can never tell with Muse if she's here or not. She's either here or isn't. So yeah. So yeah, these are going to go opposite the other ones. So these are the same patterns as the first couple that we put on. I say we. You know it's just me, don't you? You know you're not actually here helping me. You're just here to provide a little bit of sanity and company for me while I'm doing these things. And I just provide you with a chat room, basically, so you can all hang out and chat with each other while I'm here. So this is going to go on the top. So it's not the stage that I'm doing at the moment, but it's close, so I'm going to get rid of that first. Athel says, I'm saying that you're on half of my TV screen, and on the other half is Diablo 3 connected to a Switch. I don't mind being halved to Diablo. I played a little bit of it, but never really got into it. So by all means, have fun with that. Bobbins here as well. I've just seen, yeah, Bobbins 9000 says hello. Good evening, Bobbins. Are you all right, Mr. 9000? There we go. Tidying up. This sandpaper seems a little bit more coarse than sandpaper provided by previous manufacturers. It seems to be getting rid of quite a lot of sand dust. So this one's going to go opposite that one. And there. And this one's going to go opposite that one there. And then this is going to go on the top. It's got an exclamation mark saying, be aware of that. I'm assuming it means get the arrow the same way as the arrow is on the other one. So the cross is the correct way round for all of it. So let's see if we can get one of them on. See, I am still on camera, but not as on camera as I should be. So let me move backwards a touch. It wants to go there, but obviously you've got to get the others lined up at much the same time, or it won't go there. There we go. That feels better. So how have you all been throughout the preceding time since I've seen you all? Or not seen you, you know, since you've seen me. You know what I mean. How is everybody? How you all been doing? Are you surviving in the state of the world? And everything. This lockdown feels longer than the first one. But the first one was all sort of, you know, all new and nobody knew what was going on sort of thing. Whereas this one is a little bit more, not confused, but there seems to be, I don't know, it seems to be further apart. I've just noticed my side camera was quite zoomed in. So let me zoom that back out to normal, to the normal view. So you're not just looking deep into my ear holes. I forgot I zoomed it in on Monday for e-models. Right, so there we go. That's that, which is now obviously looking like the top half of a globe type interior. Sanity, we ain't the one talking to ourselves though, Chris, says Strong Glue. I'm not technically talking to myself. If you can hear me, I'm not talking to myself. That's the way talking works. It's just got a picture saying it should look like that. It does. A1 I need for the next bit. Got E1, it's not close enough though. LF, actually looks like something like that, but not quite. Maybe one of the bigger ones. Maybe not. A1, there you go. There's some very unusual parts. It has obviously got land masses, continents and things on it. It's going to be interesting. Right, A1. E2 I don't need yet, obviously, but that's in the middle of the A1, so that will be coming off with this bit. And then I'll put that to the inside, out the way. Have you had the jab, Chris, says Steve131. I haven't, no. I haven't been invited yet. I will be, obviously, when I'm invited to. I shall go and get myself injected. But they haven't asked me to yet. My wife has been, but I haven't yet. So, as and when, you know, at some point. Initially, there was an online thing that was like, put in your age and details and everything, and we'll give you an idea when you can expect to get the first jab. And it came back as like September. But I think they picked up the speed since then and getting a bit more with it. So I'm hoping it will be sooner than that, but it's not really a problem. I don't mind the, you know, mask wearing and distancing. I don't mind them not going out, but, you know, it'd be nice to go back to work at some point. So, yeah, when they let me have the jab, I shall be obviously going along and sorting that out. Is there any arrows or markings on this? No, it doesn't matter which way around that goes then. Good. Get that through there. Athol has plans for 2022 and intends to go to Sweden for an extended holiday. That would be quite interesting. I've not been to Sweden, but yeah, I think a lot of people are thinking 21 might be another that's sort of written off for proper travelling and things. So 22, I think a lot of people are going to be out and about. I've been invited, but not going. Never leave the house. Yeah, fair enough. If you're not leaving the house, then you're not going to be seeing anybody. So yeah, right. It just says lubricate, but it doesn't say where. I'm not sure what's going to be rubbing against anything there. So I'm just going to do the whole bit of that and the inside of that. I should do the whole bit of that and the outside of that, because I think that might be rubbing against something. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll find out down the line. It's always good to have a bit of lubrication going, isn't it? So there we go. That's that. That was that. That was that. Now I need C1, B2 and A7. Quite a selection there. A7 looks like that, but it isn't. Or I can't see anything that says A7 near that. C1's there though. I'll grab that. C1, B2, A7. B4, C9 must be that bit. That's B3, so obviously B2 is not on there because, you know, why would it be? As it said at the beginning. This seems like a different wood as well. I don't know. Strange. This is another one that looks like the right sort of thing. B14 down there. A7. A7 is that one. B2 is the last one I'm looking for, which looks a lot like that, but that I can't see anything that says B2 around it. It's B13 over there. 15. J2 is obviously that bit. I'll keep track of that because that might well be B2. So might that bit. They're basically the same, those two bits. Let's see if there's another one that looks like those. Certainly doesn't seem to be. No, right. It's going to be one of them then. And they've obviously neglected to put the labelling on it. So, right. Let's see if they are exactly the same or just look to be the same. They've all got holes in the same places as far as I can tell. That one definitely says C9 on it. So let's flick ahead and see where C9 comes into play. Be the other half of that. So there. Oh, that's just it turned over. There we go. C9, yeah. So it is the other half of that. So I shall use the one that's not got C9 written on it. Yeah, I can't see anywhere that says B2, but it looks like the right shape. There's nothing else that is even close. So we'll go with that. Certainly a big bit. I think this is going to be the framework for holding everything together. I'm sure there's a word for it, the axis that the globe sits on. Right, let's get that off of there. Then let's get some sanding done on all of the bits that I've just taken off. How are you getting on with Valheim, says Wendy. I have played it a bit solo for a little while. I've what have I done? I've been to the two initial areas, the meadow and the dark forest. I have progressed to the Bronze Age. I can create bronze weapons and things, which I'm in the process of powering up. I've got some decent wood, so I built a little boat, built a small boat, and better than the raft that me and Paul built. I took it around the starting island. I went from one coastline all the way around and found a couple of other land masses just off the side a little bit. Yeah, that's about it really. I got killed by wolves. I found a mountain, and then found a couple of wolves, and they came over and instantly killed me. So yeah, wolves are quite powerful in this game by the looks of it. I think then went back to get my stuff off of my body, and found a single wolf just after I picked up the stuff on my body, and got killed very instantly as well, because wolves are very, very powerful in this game. So yeah, I then went back and got my stuff again and didn't go near the mountain again, because every time you go near the mountain it says you're too cold, because obviously it's a mountain. So I shall have to sort myself out and get some better gear. Apparently it's potions. I've got a distillery so I can make some mead now, but I haven't got the ingredients for making a frost protection. But I will. That is a sheet. I don't know what that means. Big letters in the corners. It doesn't seem to make any difference. I saw that big F, but it doesn't really matter, because it doesn't say anything about using the A sheet. And although, yes, it looks like A on there, it's got F3 and B15 and L57 on it. It doesn't matter that it's A, B, and probably upside down G with all the L's on it. It doesn't. I don't know why they bother naming them, because it doesn't make a difference. Right, let's see. Let's get this that way round. C is going to go... Hang about. It's going to get the same way around as it is on the picture. That on there, like that. Yeah, that's got to go into there. So let's try and do that without breaking anything. Looking good to me. This one is going that way round. Down there. Okay, yeah, that makes sense to me. It fits, it does the job. Good. It's just to lubricate something else, but I don't know why and what, because I really don't know what's working on what yet. I need A8 and C8, and they look like that. It's easier to just look for what it looks like rather than names. There's A8. I still need C8. As ever, I shall stream this for about an hour and a half. I believe Ted's on at 9 as usual, so I shall be gone before then. Is that C8? There you go. Was the bit I needed? Yep. Yeah. So yes, I have enjoyed playing Valheim. I do need to get back to it and play it a bit more. I haven't played it for a few days. I've got some Hitman to catch up on as well before Saturday night's Midnight Murders. There's also, at the moment, an exclusive target, elusive target, sorry, available on one of the levels in Hitman, which is only available for like a week or something. And if you don't catch him, or don't kill him rather, then he's gone forever. And if you do kill him, he's still gone forever. It's very strange. I'm not overly happy that such a mechanic exists in the game. I'd like to be able to play stuff at my own speed, but they don't let you. Right, let's see where this goes. It's saying lubricate. It's saying it fits in there, but there's one missing that I've not used. But I'm sure we'll come back and use it at another time. That's also got a lot of movement there. What is that? It just says be careful. There's another bit that goes in the other side of it and wedges it in place by the looks of it. But I'm not sure what it's saying to lubricate, so I won't yet until we figure out what's going to adjust against where and what's going to fit. Let's find C2. That's going to add in there, as well as C4 and C5. Well, C4 and C5 are the same by the looks of it. So we'll drop that in there. Mayhem says, did you inadvertently press the eModels Monday Going Live YouTube button earlier? There may have been a little accident with the starting of this stream and the stream key that I entered therein. in that I hadn't changed it since Monday. Normally, it wouldn't have caused the problem. It just wouldn't have gone anywhere. The string just wouldn't have started, and I would have done what I did now and just correct it and put in the right one and start as per normal. But Fox had just set up Monday night's stream, so the stream key was actually active. So it did actually go somewhere. So you may have got a notification that eModels was going live, but only for a few seconds. Then I stopped it, and then Fox has been in and corrected it and set it up again. So everything should be back to normal. You shouldn't have to worry about any eModel streams happening unless they're happening. Right, so that's that. What else did I need? I needed C2, that was it. Which just looks like a long oval ended piece. Not like any of these that I've seen on any of these so far. And I'm down to the last piece. Oh, there it is. C2. Obviously on the C sprue, of course. Just like K1 and B7 are. Yeah. Shane says our daughter was there 18 months ago with the LSO and said it was beautiful. So Ethel, who thinks about going to Sweden. Very nice. It's probably the last time anyone was travelling anywhere, wasn't it? Right, so this is going next to that one in there. I'm assuming that this is the bit that needs lubricating then, because it's the only bit that's got in some sort of movement. Although it's the same shape as that there. I don't know. Because with that in there, and then this jammed in next to it, none of that's going to move. Don't know. Let's figure it out. So we get those in there, like that. And then these, oh, they're all the way down here. And one of those, the one closest to that circle. There and there. Does that look right way round? Let me get my glasses of seeing on to see the very small picture. Yep, looks like that. They've got to go in there without breaking them. They're obviously going to go through to hold something on the other side at some point, but not yet because that'd be too easy. Then it should look like that, which it sort of does. So I'll put that over to one side with the other bit that I've done already. We'll have another drink and we'll continue on. Right, I need B9, 11 and 13. None of them look like that, so I'll put that away. Won't worry about that bit. That looks like something. There's 9. Okay, don't need that bit. Still need 11 and 13, which are squares with circles in holes in them. Can't see any there. None on there. That might, no, not like that. Looks a bit like that, but it's not. None of them. None of them. On the last one, it's there it is. 11 and 13. Which it says to lubricate. Is that saying to lubricate in the middle? Is that why that's saying? Although it doesn't say that on any of the other bits. So, okay, we'll worry about that in a moment. I think I'll worry about the lubrication when I know what bit's going to fit where and what needs to turn where. And we'll worry about it down the line. I think when I fit a piece that's going to have to interact with another piece, that's when we'll have to worry about it. Can't get these out. There we go. Sometimes you've got to push from both sides. Right, that's that. Let's get these tidied up. And we'll see how we're going. It's 7:30, so we've been doing half now. That's including the introductions. So I would assume this is probably going to be a two episode stream. I shall find out during the week. No, I won't do it next week. Next week I shall do something different again. I'll keep it mixed up. It's the most fun way of doing it, rather than fixing out on this too long. Right, so we've got that way around. It doesn't seem to matter which way up. And these are both the same. So they've both got to go one on there and one on there. This is another one that's wobbly. No, it's not there, it's there. Right, okay. That's that. Probably something's going to go through the middle there and rotate. But we'll figure that out when we get there. This needs the B10 on the top of it, which was right down there, wasn't it? This is going to hold the two of those together. Sand it down first. Right, so yes, I've spent some of today updating some of my video thumbnails for the Partworks. Just sort of tidying them up, improving the text on them a little bit. I changed the Iron Man ones. So if you've seen my Iron Man series, of which there are only 2 episodes at the moment, because I'm still waiting on the delivery of the next pack, I've updated and improved, I think improved, the title card. Wax is not particularly good, but I'm thinking it's going to be the inside of that, so I'm going to get some of that lubricated while I can get into it. There we go. Right, this is, oh, and then going back onto here, on that bit over there, sideways. That just fits into there. That's easy, nice and cool, like that. Yes, so I've updated those. I've updated the X-Wing and the Terminator series thumbnails as well, because I was going through editing and stuff, so I thought I might as well. Jane says Melissa went to Germany, then Paris last January, 2020, not 21. Yeah, 21 wouldn't have been good. Sarah Jane's here, saying we can all stay seated. That's good. I wasn't going to get up anyway. It should look like that. It sort of does. Yeah, I'm going with that. That's fair enough. Right, yeah, this is going to be another bit that we've got to make. B6, 5, 6, and 7. All look like long, stick-like tubes. There we go. What's this? No, they're D's. Not them. It's going to be the one on the bottom, isn't it? Yeah, I can see them on the bottom. Look. B, 5, 6, and 7. Making ourselves a little cross-shaped, probably rotational tube. Now, after the first couple of pieces not coming off very well, these have actually been doing all right. He says probably just before he breaks one, but you know. So yeah, it's not too bad. The instructions are a little bit technical, shall we say. They made them obviously small to save on paper, but they seem to be fairly understandable, except for the not being sure what bit you've got to lubricate problem, but we'll figure that out as we go. There we go, it's that, and the last piece of this step. Do that. There. Right, that's that. Let's see, we've got arrows on here, so I'm assuming they obviously have to make sure they go in the same direction as each other. So that's going to go in there like that, and that's going to go on the other side above it like that, which will then jam together quite convincingly. Yeah, that looks looking good so far. We need B14, which again could be anywhere. It's going to be at the bottom, isn't it? Because why would it not be? Because it's there. Look, a bit that says B14 on it. On the A sprue, obviously. Yeah, that's where I keep it. Right, let's get that again sanded down. Yep. Right, then it's got an arrow on there. Oh, it's going to rotate, so it doesn't matter. Oh, it's going to fit onto an end. Is that? That's the end that's got the arrows on it. So it's that end, and that's going to go on there like that. Does it not say lubricate that? But I'm gonna, because you've got to. It's going to rotate, isn't it? It's got to rotate. So why not? That'll do it. Just rotate and get some side of that done a little bit, because that's going to be rubbing somewhere. There we go. Right, it goes on there. Oh, then we've got lots to go on somewhat. It doesn't even tell us what bits they are. Lovely. That's useful. Little triangular bits with no name. And a C3. Right, let's see what we can find. Nothing that looks like that on there. No C3. Apart from that one that says C3 on it. Right. Okay, there's C3. Oh, it looks like these little triangular bits. How many do we need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on each side. And there's... And they just seem to be on one side. So 6, probably. Although there seem to be much more than that. Oh no, there's an extra 6. So it might be some more on the other side of it, I would assume. That's sort of how I would design it, but I'm not the one designing it. Get them all off there. Right. Tidy up. Vaguely don't know what's going on with this yet, so we'll figure it out. I've got a mental image of this being the globe thing, standing up like that, with the globe being here, rotating around. And this would be like the drive shaft, which would probably be this. But that doesn't fit, so it probably isn't that. This is obviously a different drive shaft going that way, maybe. So you can turn from the back and then it's going to gear across. I don't know. But let's see, we got this in here. So this is going... What? Is that going through there? I can't do it with that bit on. Let's take that off. That goes in there. And that one's got to go through the underneath bit. So the other 6 are obviously for the different thing. So let's put these through the underneath bit. It's adding a lot of stability to it. I'm going to need more than 6, obviously, because I've got to do both sides. So I'm going to be using all of them. It's strange. Maybe the other side's got something different to support it, or I'm making things up as I go along. It could be either things. Probably that one. So that's there. Then these are going through from that side. That makes sense. It sort of doesn't quite look like the picture, but that makes sense to me, like that and like that. I can't see it being any other way and that working as a thing, but they're not showing me a picture of that completed. It's just showing it like that. So we'll see. That's that. So let's get all of these in here. Because that way we've got opposite sides, which seems like the most stable way of doing it. And having these bits come all the way through there creates a good stable bit that side as well. The only thing that worries me is that, and if I've got them the correct sides. It certainly looks like I have, but I can't really tell. There you go. Oh, that's actually holding itself together quite well through there as well. So that it'll protect both ways as well. So that's okay. I'm sure that's okay. Where's the other bit that I had from that? There it is. Let's get that on the same side with the arrows again. Can't find the arrows. There it is. And there it is. Right, so that's there like that, I think. Then we're bringing this back this way up. Oh, that's going on those bits there. Okay. Right that way up, I should think. It's not telling me which way up to go, so I'm sure this could have waited till later putting the nameplate on, but if they tell me to do it now, I've got to do it now. Okay, wooden globe. There we go. In case we didn't know that it was a wooden globe by looking at it. Right. Yeah, now this is going to go onto there. So that's going in there. That's the bit that I needed to lubricate. Obviously it wasn't telling us that, because that would be far too easy. So that's got to go in there. Then that's got to go on there. Okay. Then that will allow us to rotate that to do whatever we need to do with that when it goes on there. Okay. B15 is the next bit. I'm going to clear off this a little bit. Lots of bits of wood. Right, where were we? B15, which is a little different shaped bit that I can't really see very well, but looks like that apparently. Okay. So that's going into this. That's a tiny picture. Which way round is that's that way round now? And it looks like that's going off that way. Probably. By the looks of it. Then we need the other big bit, the C9 and C6 and C7. They're tiny little oh, they're these clips. I bet we're going to be using C15 in a moment as well. Saying that it's a wooden globe. It's that big bit, that's what I'm looking for, isn't it? No, I thought it was that bit, but it isn't. It's that bit. Let's go. I like it that, you know, lots of big bits coming together. Not lots of little bits left all over the place. Sanding, sanding, sanding. Soon find out if it's catastrophic error. Is that me breaking a bit? Yeah, that's quite possibly. I doubt it. It's only one part of many that's providing lots of support that's hopefully over-engineered anyway, so I'm sure it'll be fine. If not, I've got some glue. So there's that, which are then going to have these bits that way round, going from there through there. Just like the bits on the other side, which can have the nameplate on it, which is the next thing to do. So I'm going to do that before I try and put that onto anything else. There we go. Nameplate. Get the nameplate on there. Cool. Right, and then that's that. Then this goes on there. Right, and then it finishes that page. Right, let me move these off of there, down here for now, because I've got to get everything lined up properly. Start at the easy end. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Yep. No. Rearrange that a touch. Yep. Both of those have got to go in. This is the tricky bit because it's 2 bits going into 1 hole. Just like that. Nothing else there. Those there, there, and there. Cool. It's getting there. Make sure I got the name the right way up. I did. And we've still got a twiddly bit there to do things. So that was that. That's page 4, of which only 2 of them are instructions. So with any luck, we're on for possibly the next 2 pages. And then we've got another 2, 4, so lots of pages to do with putting the places in the right places. So yes, it looks like it's going to be a 2-week project, this. So that was that. B4 and B12 now need to go on there. B4, B12. And I can't really tell what they look like. They look like cogwheels, but could be anything. Here we go. B4, B3, K6. Not quite what I was hoping for. B4, B12. Looks much the same, but probably doesn't actually mean it's the same in the actual picture. Give me one of them. C14, no. C10 to 13. Okay, I don't know what B12 needs to be. Closer look. It looks exactly the same. And indeed looks like it twins up to be exactly the same. So I'm going to use one that's exactly the same. Use this one down here that looks the same to me. Although they all look the same as well, but they've got different numbers on. I don't know. I'll make sure the little nubs aren't sticking out into any of the things. Get that the right same way round. They definitely look like they're the same. Let's see if they're going to fit. They're going to go onto the end here. Let's put one at a time. I'm going to lubricate the side of this because it looks like that's going to rub. So let's put that on there. Looking good to me. Get that on there. That's not going to rub against anything because it's attached. Although I am going to lubricate in the teeth a bit. Get most of them, the rest of them will sort of wear in place as it goes round, I think. Then we need some more bits on the other side. B3, 8 and 1. Could be anything. Let's have a look. We've got B1, which looks the same as that one. But it looks like we only need one of them. So I still need B3 and B8. Doesn't look like any of them. Or any of them. Yep, B3, there you go. Still need a B8, which looks the same as B3, so I'm going to use that one. Which is the same. Just check again. Yeah, they're both the same. All right. So let's move this back out of the way. Sand first. Ho hum. That's very dodgy teeth. I'm not sure that they're going to gear against anything quite convincingly. Maybe that's to grab to turn, because, yeah, I'm not sure about that. Again, I'm going to lubricate the side of that, because that feels like this is going on this side of this. So that's going to rub against there. Another one of them on there. And then we get that on the top. So no, it is going to cock against itself or something there. This is the bit that's going to have a gearing with it. But it turns at the moment. So far so good with that. Right, so that's that. So now we need to make the other long bits with the bits that I was trying to use last time. Is it these? D3, 2 and 4. Yep, D2, 3, 2 and 4. So, yes, I shall not be doing this next week. Next week, I think I shall revisit some diamond art for a little while. Get some more of that done. Then I shall see. I'll either come back and do this the week after, or some more of the Metal Earth, and then come back to that after that. Or I've run out of Lego. I haven't got any Lego to build at the moment. I didn't see any while I was out shopping this week. I didn't see any that I fancied or was cheap. There is still some in my Amazon wish list. If you'd like to have a look at that and get it sent to me, then I can build that. But if not, I've got other things to do. Just it's an option there for you. Let's get these on here. That's going to go at the bottom of those. And that's going to go at the top of those. That's interesting. It's a longer, different thing that hasn't got the same power protection as those do. So, strange. Also, not holding together quite as well. It's a little bit wobbly. And now we're not doing anything with it for a little while. So I'll put it over there and it'll probably fall apart. Right. Let's see, we need lots of bits for this. The big brown bits, the 9 and 10, which aren't those. There we go, there's D10. And that will be D9, yep. Jane and Ather are talking amongst themselves, but if anyone wants to talk about anything that they're not talking about, feel free. If not, leave them to it. They're all right. They'll be okay. All right. That's those two. What else did I need? I needed lots of little bits. D6, 7, 8, 5, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And they look like little clippy bits, which have probably not got numbers on them on these boards here. Does it look like them? D5, 8, 5, 6, 7, and 8. That's probably them then. Let's get them off. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Well, we'll say 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's actually 5, 6, 7, 8. But that sounds like I'm introducing a musical. So I tend not to do that. Otherwise you expect me to burst into song, and I'm not going to do that. Right, so these are going to hold both of these together. This is like the middle of the globe, I think. So a 9 and 10 the same. They are. So they're going together, and that's going through these bits. Yeah, going through the top, and that just holds them together. That's okay. That makes sense to me. Understanding, working as intended. Not a good tight fit on those either, but other things are going to be going together. That'll be okay. We then need E1, which is a massive bit, which I've just found. It's got K9 in the middle, so we'll have to be careful about that. Don't want to get bitten. You know, K9, dog joke. I'll just carry on. It's fine. Don't worry about me. I can't get that one out. Don't want to push it too hard. Well, you never want to push it too hard. You want to push it just the right hardness. Because if you don't push it hard enough, then it's not going to come out. Push it too hard, then it'll break. So just the right hardness. Actually, I can break the outside bit. That might help. Don't need the outside bit, obviously. So that's that. Right, let's get this out the middle. How far? Yeah, all the way through the middle. Got some interesting gearing going on there as well. Maybe that's how it connects up to turn from the inside. Makes sense. Come on, out you come. There's one bit that's not cut through fully. Or at all by the looks of this bit. See, I don't mind breaking the teeth on the bit that I'm taking out, but I don't want to break the teeth on the bit that's staying in. There we go, that's that. Right, put that over there with those. It should be okay. I would assume even if one tooth was missing, that it would still turn okay, because it's not just going to be engaging one tooth at a time. Come on, Chris, give us a song, says Muse. Yeah, no, not going to do that. Apart from anything else, I would be demonetized for copyright, because it would be so accurate to normal songs that I wouldn't be able to do it. Right, let's see. Done that. This now goes over the top of that, just like that. It sort of just lays there. I think I don't what. Make sure they're coming up from it, probably, and then put C9, 10, 11, and 12 through it. Well, there's C1, 13, and another one that's the same over there. So let's use them. Let's take that middle bit out. Cool. Then we can use all of these. Mechanical stuff. Roll on Christmas time, says Apple. We've only just finished the last Christmas time. I know it seemed like Christmas seems like equally a long time ago and really, really recent. It's strange. I know it was March last year that the first lockdown started over here. And it's, you know, still going to be going on this March. So the last year's been weird. I know I'm not preaching to anybody. Everyone is well aware just how weird the last year's been. But it's just been crazy, isn't it? Right, I'm going to lubricate the inside of this, because that's a lot easier than trying to lubricate each and every one of those. So that's going on there. These are going... They're not... What? Oh, that's the pins. Right. That's the little pins from in here. I get you now. So what do I need? 4 of them. I was going to say these aren't going to rotate if they're on square bits, but if they're on round bits, then they will. So, put those on there. No idea how far down these have to go, because I'm sure there's going to be another bit going on the top that they're going to have to go into as well, but we'll worry about that when we get to that. Let's lubricate those, although it doesn't tell me to, because I'm pretty sure the things are going to be rotating around them. So let's get some of that lubricated as well. Should do that. Get that out of the way now. Right, so that's going to go on there. Okay. That will work for me. Okay. Then there's another one that goes in the middle, C14. That's the different one. All right. Different one to go in the middle. Lubricate that. Right, so that is just going to pop into the middle like that. So they all rotate. We've got arrows on these, so let's turn it round so we get all the arrows pointing at each other. It doesn't seem to mention that, but it seems like a good idea to me. It should just make sure everything lines up properly and the patterns on the outside look right. So yeah, there we go. We've got that now. There. Then we need F3 to go over the top, which looks like that. So I'm going to say it's that. But I'm also going to lubricate that around the holes, because the flats are going to be touching against that. 2, 3, and that will use up this last bit of the wax on there. Cool. So that's going to have to go on there, there, and there. That's there. That's there, and that's there. Okay. Everything's just about lining up. Working. So if I turn one of these, everything else turns. Cool, it's working. Who needs internal lubrication? You should always internally lubricate, but be warned that you might need to apply it after the fact. Basically, you can never have too much lubrication. Squish it all together, and it still turns. How's that? How's that then? How's that? How's that? How's that? Really rubbish again. That was that. And then I need E2 to go on the top of that, which is the smaller one, which looks like that, which says E2 on it even. So it's definitely one of them. And that goes over there. Stops those pins from escaping. Saying that was different. It did have holes in one for the pins and didn't have on the other. So I got it the right way around purely by accident. So still turns. Looking good. Cool. One more half page to go. That's rubbish. We'll get rid of that. Drinking time. Right. Now we need E4 and F1, which it doesn't even show you what they look like. So I can only assume that they're actually going to look like bits and they'll have proper numbers on them. I haven't seen anything that looks terribly like things that I should be looking for at the moment. Oh, there we go. F1. We'll have that one. It wasn't G4, was it? It was E4. There's F1. H2. G5 to 6. We're getting there. K7. Yeah, nothing that looks like that there. Right, let's have another look at the instructions and see if we can vaguely see what it might look like. It looks very similar to F1, except F1's got a hole in it. Yeah, it looks the same, but F1's got a hole in it. So let's take this out anyway, because I don't need the middle bit. Save that. And we'll go back through and we'll just ignore the numbers and we'll look for a bit that looks like that without the hole in it. That's what she said, Chris. It probably is. She would have known. She always knows. Right. Can't see anything there. Nothing on that one. Not on that one. Maybe on the middle. No, not on that one. Nothing on that one. Nothing on that one. Nothing on that one or that one. There we go. That's why I missed it. It's in the middle of that. Right. Tidy that up again. It looks like we're putting it all together. So this is going to be a good place to stop at the bottom of this page. It means I've got one thing to worry about. Storage and things. Not in loose bits floating around everywhere. and everything should go together quite nicely. I don't know what that means, but we'll worry about that later. We've got that one and that one with the hole in it. We'll put the hole in it there. Let's turn that around so we've got the two sides covering the numbers. That goes up there. It obviously doesn't stick there because there's nothing. Oh no, it doesn't stick there. It goes down. Or does it go down and up? They both go down by the looks of it, although it's pointing upwards. Let's do them one at a time then. We've got the hole on the outside going down over here. Is that what it means? Are they gonna? Oh, that one's come out a bit. There we go. So that goes down there, and then that one goes over the top of it. That way round. Okay, fair enough. That works, even though it's a bit misleading. F2 we're looking for, which is a big thing with things stuck out of it. It might be that one, but it might no. Do we not need that for something? No, didn't think it did. Okay. F2, there we go. Oh, it's the bit that had that stuck in the middle of it. So there we go. This is being some sort of lower quadrant, maybe? Don't really know. Apple got killed again. I don't know what that means. Go back to the last save site, redoing what I was doing when I got lanced in the back. Oh, you're playing your game, yes. Yeah, going back's always useful. Right, this has got things on it, but it's going to rotate. So let's lubricate. If it rotates, make sure you lubricate. Around there. Last bit of wax, where to wave on my finger. It's going to go on there, and that will allow that to rotate around there. Cool, right. Then we need G5 and G6 to provide some sort of side supports. Doesn't look like any of them. Or any of them, or any of them, or that, or that, or this. Oh wait, there's another bit that, that's probably the top version of what I've got there. That looks like it might be something. G5 and 6, there we go. I assume there's 3 of them for a reason. Because there's an H3 as well, but it doesn't really mean that. H3 and 4. Okay. It doesn't, I don't know. They look the same to me, but apparently we're putting in 5 and 6 and then the other one over the other side. So I'm going to take them all off and then we'll see if I can tell the difference between them. There is no difference between them. They're exactly the bloody same. Right. Tidy up the outside, tidy up the inside. Next. Spids here. Would you believe it? It's that time again. I'm not late. Chris started early. I didn't, you know. I started on time. Technically, I might have started a little bit late because I might have inadvertently streamed 2 models to begin with, but that was before the intro, while the intro music was starting, so it's okay. Yeah, they're all the same, so it doesn't matter which one's which. And they're going around here somewhere. Don't know. Nothing tells me which way around this has got to be, although it's got a thing written on it. Oh, they're going on the middle bit. Okay, I got you. H3 and H4 goes on the other side in a minute as well. I missed that bit, so let's get that one off as well. Right. So these are going on here, that way round. Being the sort of lower internal support for the globe by the looks of it. So that one there, that one there, that one there, and you guessed it, that one there. Okay, yeah, I like that. It's getting there. It's getting there. It's getting there. H3, H4. Then this whole bit goes on there. Cool. I like that. How's that going on there? It's got it that way up, and it's got it going on to those, but there isn't anything for those to connect to. There is there, but that looks like it's the other way up to that because it's got that bit there, but it must be that way up. So we'll go that way up and we'll see what happens. That way everything's going to fit together, so it's got to be that way. Okay, so we get that in there. Cool. And that one's got to connect up at the same time. Yeah, and the middle bits as well. Yeah, the difficulty level wasn't lying when it said it was the more challenging of the selections. So that works on there. This is obviously not actually attached as such. It's a bit that rotates around the outside of the inside. So that's okay. Oh, then we're using this bit. This is then going on to there. Except it isn't. It doesn't fit into anything. It must just go across the top, maybe. Okay. Have I not done something? Did that. I didn't do that. Wait a minute, where's this bit? Oh, that was that bit. It's just smaller than... No, there's another bit. Alright, I seem to be missing a stage. I've put something together wrong somewhere. I haven't put that bit around the outside. I knew I needed that bit for something. But that's got to go on there. Right. Let's take off the top two bits of that. How did I miss that bit? I think just that's that little stage there that I missed, and then I put all this on together on the top. So let's take off these bits. Because then we can just slide it on over the top of those cogs. That will work. See, it's already working. Take that off of there. Cool. Then we can get that on there. More arrows. I can move things around now because I've taken out pegs. Right, let's put the pegs back in if I can. Let me rest that there. Nobody move the bench, all right? One and that one. Okay. Let's get that through there then. Through there and then put it back on top. That's the way to do it. Go, and the same on this side. That through there. Candygrams here. Can't stay in chat. Wanted to say hello to everyone and comment that this model looks like a puzzle that might be in one of the room games. It's what it does, doesn't it? I hadn't associated that, but yes. Yeah. Right, let's get these on there, rotated around to join up with the arrows. Because that seems like a thing that should be done. Although it didn't tell me anything about that. So that's those joined up on there. Then we need this bit on there. We need to join up the arrows on that as well, which we can't do unless we turn it all around. Let's turn that around so the arrows are outwards. And then I can join those up with that. Like that. There we go. Okay. Then we've got this to go on. It wouldn't be normal unless there was one little error, would there? You'd all be confused if I did it properly first time. You'd think you were watching the wrong channel. So, now we have that connected on there with the big bit. connected as well. So that arrow joins up with there. It doesn't join up on any of the others. It joins up on that one. So it'll probably join up on this one now. Yeah, there we go. It joins up on some of them as it goes around. So that then goes on the top. Like that. Okay. So that was that bit. Make sure I'm still following along here. That's that. Then that bit goes on the top but doesn't actually attach to anything because it doesn't. Because that's still not actually attaching. I feel like it should be, but it doesn't. But okay, that's all right. We need H1 and H6, which are going to go around the top bit. Yeah, nothing else goes around the middle bit. So there we go. H1 and H6. There's H1. I've got no idea what these bits are now. So I'm a little bit... Well, I thought I knew what I was doing before, but I really didn't. H6, there we go. All right, this isn't quite the second half. Because this is the same as that bit. And that's the same as the bit on the... That's the same as that bit. And this is the same... Next bit's the same as the bit on the bottom. Okay, I think I'm getting there a little bit, maybe. We'll find out momentarily. Nice smooth movement to Steve 131. It does a little bit, yeah. That bit seems to join up quite well. What happens when you lubricate properly, you know. Right. So that was that. Done that. Now there's this bit. Big one's got to go over there, sort of like that. And that one's got to go on the top there. That moves independently anyway, so that's got to go on there. Then we get the spiky tube that has fallen apart. I knew it would. Spiky tube has to go through most of it. And it will be held in place in the bits inside. That's okay. So it's going from the bottom by the looks of it. So let me actually take off these bits. Because that's attached. So we need to lubricate something. Or did I already? I already did. I lubricated the tube there, the holes, so that's okay. So this is going to go through a cross part there. So that will rotate. Hang about. That should be attached on there. Some of that's popped out a little bit. There we go. Right, that's attached on there. Then my tube's falling apart once more. Right. Now we can get this in through there. Insert it up through the bottom. And coming through that cross point there. Hopefully. Come on, you know you want to. You're almost there already. There we go. Just a little bit of gentle jiggling. Then that goes to there, right? And that will obviously go all the way up. But I don't want it to go all the way up yet because I've got to put these on as we go. So that can go on there first. That's not big enough. That cross in the middle isn't right. Is that one? No. Yes. Cross seems to be bigger than I thought. So let's get this all played back together again. That bit in there. 4 sides of that will clip in place. There we go. Right, then that goes on there. And goes all the way down. Good. That's all right. So far, so good. That's then going to come out the top. Come on. A little bit more. Actually, not a little bit more. Let's get these on first as well. So we're going to get that on there, that way round. And that on the top there, like that. Okay, so that's going to go all the way down there. Okay, I'll do that one in a minute. There we go. A little bit of jiggling always works. So that's going to rotate. So I need to lubricate the inside of that. That's what all good girls say. I don't know. I wouldn't know. I'm not saying a word. Lubricate the hole. A little bit worried that I haven't used that bit yet. But, you know, that's just me. So that goes through there. And that will go all the way up to there. Is that going to clip in? Is that already clipped in? Ah, there we go. So that now rotates, turning just the top half for some reason. But I'm sure that's okay. That'll be perfectly normal. It's not because I haven't done it right at all. It's just because that's the way it is, I think. So that's that bit. Then we need H2, which sort of holds it all together. Being careful of all of this. I don't know why. But let's see if we can find an H2, which is just a little clippy bit. F4. IL. Is Gemma in tonight reading these comments? She might be about. I don't know. Been left with lots of landmass bits that, yeah. Another one of them that I haven't used yet. H2, there we go. H2, oh. And what else was the other one that I needed in a minute? H5. That's another one of them. A spiky one on the bottom, right. Right, so this is going on the top inside there to hold that together. That was the plan, wasn't it? Yeah, sort of in the middle. So somehow, there we go, that's joined up. Just got to push it in the right direction. And that will locate on eventually. I can hold bits in the same way with one hand, poking with another finger. Or even a small tool. There we go. So that's locked that in place, so that can't now escape down the bottom. And this is going to go on the bottom, yeah, joining up with the bun that we'd already connected up. And it's probably about now that I find out that there's another bit that I needed to attach first, because I feel like there should be another one of these down the bottom there. But I can't see it on the thing. I'm slightly disturbed now. Yeah, I think there is. There is another one there, isn't there? I don't know where the instruction was for that bit though. No idea. Then that bit on there, that bit on there, then that one on there. That might have been that bit. Yeah, so there is another bit that I haven't done. Right, let's find it. It's going to be this one, isn't it? Because the thing about a globe is it should be symmetrical. So this is going to be the same as that one, and it needs to be down here somewhere. So how do I fix that to there? Let's find out. That, yeah, that there, right, that there. Right, so this bit is going to go there. So I need to take that rod back out and put it on. Before I put them on, really, I think maybe it might fit over them. Quite a long way back. Right, I shall do that off camera because I'm going to finish now anyway because it's about that time. What I shall do is get that fitted to there. I'll finish this page with the two side bits on so it stays together a little bit more. And then next time we shall return with all the spare bits and everything. And we'll see how it all goes together. There's obviously another bit to go on the back there to support or something. And this cog's going to join up there, so that will be enable us to turn that, and that will turn something somewhere. Looks like it turns one thing one way and turns the other, but we'll worry about that next time. So thank you all for watching. I'll come back to you this side and say thank you all. Today is Wednesday, so tomorrow is Thursday. It's time for an evening with the gang at 8 PM tomorrow night. So if you want to come along and watch, possibly just me, possibly a few of the gang and my lovely patrons come along to join in for a little bit, then you're more than welcome. In fact, if you don't turn up, then there's no point in me doing it. So you're not only welcome, you're necessary. So come along then. Saturday night, I shall be doing my Midnight Murders, playing through some more of Hitman. Gotten to the middle of Hitman 2 now. So come along and watch that midnight on Saturday. Sunday is not my week. I get the Sunday off. Ted's doing his War Hamster in my late slot. So that's that. Monday's E-Models as normal. Then we're back to Tuesday. Tuesday I should be playing a game over on Team Inept. It might be me playing something. It might be roping Katie in to play some more of Moss. But we'll be doing something Tuesday early afternoon. So thank you all for watching tonight. Stay safe, and I shall see you soon for more of this and other things. Be a couple of weeks till I get back to this again. Give me time to fix it. So thank you all for watching. I'll find the button for ending it, and I shall say goodbye for now. Stay safe. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.